We love it when Chef Heather stops by for another Meals in Minutes. She's coming to us from Mayo Clinic Health System. Heather Van Horn, thank you so much for being with us again today.
Yes. Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Now, you told me a few minutes ago you're going to be making something today that's pretty versatile with a lot of different things.
Absolutely. So, you know, it's the holidays. We kind of want to zhuzh up what we normally do.
Zhuzh up?
Yeah.
You do.
Take it up another notch. So what I would like to do is talk about how you can make a marinade also a sauce. And today we are going to work with a sauce called chimichurri. It's an Argentinian sauce, and it's similar to like a pesto minus the nuts and cheese, but it has that kind of texture like a pesto.
Chimichurri.
Yeah, and so
chimichurri.
Interesting to me.
You can marinate in it. So today we're using lean protein of steak, but you could also use pork loin. You could use chicken breast as well. And you could use fish. I mean, it's kind of the sky's the limit with this.
Great.
Let's say you're vegetarian, you could use this as your marinade for a roasted head of cabbage, etc. So yeah, it's kind of versatile that way. Yeah, so it's pretty simple. So it's pretty much going to have some sort of a container. I'm going to use an immersion blender today.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and add our ingredients in here. So I have some garlic.
Okay.
I have some
so far so good.
Shallots.
Oh, I love shallots. Okay.
Yes. I have a little bit of crushed red pepper. It's going to give it a little zip.
Yeah.
That's actually
a
lot of crushed red pepper.
I like it.
A little bit of oregano.
Okay.
Now you can use fresh or dried on that one.
Okay.
Parsley.
Got it.
Fresh there. Now it's important when you're using the parsley and the cilantro, though, which I have my next piece here is the cilantro, that these are fresh. These should not be dried, because this is where you're going to get the robustness and the color and the flavor from your sauce.
Okay, that's a good thing to point out.
Yep.
Got it.
I have a little bit of sugar.
Yes, you do, Heather.
it
Yes,
out.
you do. Right?
A little sweet.
Fun.
Just a tiny little pinch of salt.
Pinch of salt.
And then I have red wine vinegar. So let's say you are on a some sort of a cardiac restricted diet, etc. So you want to have that flavor of salt and sodium, but you don't want it all the way in your food, right? Adding acid to what you make will emphasize that flavor with reducing the salt. So it's going to make it taste saltier than it really is.
Really?
Learning something new.
So vinegars and lemon juices.
Any kinds of vinegars.
Yep.
Is that right?
The acid pulls that out. So like when you're making a sauce and you have acid in it, you want to make sure you put your acid in there first before you would want to season with your salt.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. So then now we're going to go ahead and put our cilantro in here.
This is like the science of cooking right here that we're learning today.
Teach you lots of things.
Yes.
You are.
I got some extra virgin olive oil here, which would be the healthy oil to use for this.
So the cilantro is in place of the basil, is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
There's one
So
hiding
that
here.
you do in pesto.
In case I need a little bit more.
All
I'm just going to go ahead and
Just
put
checking.
this in here.
Oh my
and I'm just trying to mash it up a little bit here and to make it like a pesto.
This is the coolest tool ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is called an immersion blender, and it's something that you can buy at your local store, and it's wonderful for soups, etc. And they're like $30.
No kidding.
It does kind of look like pesto.
Yeah, doesn't it? And it
does.
smells so
It
good.
does. Yeah, I can.
All right, I
Smells
think so.
nice.
That's what we're looking for. So
Okay.
we're not trying to make it completely smooth. We're looking for some of the texture to stay there.
Okay.
So I'm going to move this off to the side. But look at how pretty that is.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
So this is something
it
that-
almost looks a little bit like guacamole.
a little bit, yeah.
Smells
So this is
wonderful.
something where I would normally take half of what I've made for my sauce. You could do this like the day before. I would take half of what I made for my sauce and I would use it to marinate my protein in it or my vegetable. And then I would save the other half, not in the marinade, to use
Put
for
on
my
after.
sauce.
Wow.
Yum, yum.
Yeah.
That's a great. Can you tell me really quickly what kind of meat cut you're using right here?
Yeah, so
This looks a little
today
interesting.
I have a lean steak. So this one here is a terrace major, but you could also use flank steak or you could use skirt steak, etc. You're just looking for a lean meat that you could slice very thin on the bias. That's something that'll cook quickly for you, and it'll be wonderful in the holidays to be able to get that cooked quickly so you're not slaving over the onion of the oven all day.
Yeah, on the oven.
Yeah.
So this is just, I know, one of a lot of different kinds of recipes that you have. So folks would like to find this or some of the other things that you've shared with us before, or things that are available for them to kind of spice, what did you call it? Zhuzh up the holidays. How do they do that, Heather?
That was perfect.
Yeah, thank you. How do they do that?
They would go online, so either our Mayo website or your website.
Okay.
And if they go on the Mayo website, then there's this long list of a ton of recipes and fun ideas that they can dive into. And
All right.
It's really
And as
good.
Heather
You can
said,
really taste
is
the
it?
cilantro.
Okay,
It's good.
we're going to put that on our website as well. We'll have it on our Facebook page. And we always love it when you come by. Thank you
for
so much
having
for
me.
sharing this. What was it called again?
Chimichurri.
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 We're going to take a break. We've got another forecast check coming up next.